Do just tiny little undulations from side to side. Just let that happen. See what it's like. And then we're going to inhale and come all the way up to stand. Last time. So left arm threads over top. So we're going to exhale in the swing, and then we come into second side. Right hand right underneath the chest, under the shoulder. Pull down strongly with the left and initiate the twist. Inhale, lengthen through the tailbone, you crown the head, and then exhale, twist and access. Usually I get some great adjustments here. Completely releases my lower back if I'm really expanding. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Beautiful. So let that swing slide into the wrist. Last time to bring it overhead. There's no X. We're going to just hold on with both hands and drop our elbows. So a little bit of a different stretch here. You'll feel it deep under the arms in the subscapular area. And then we're just going to do a couple shoulder rolls. Just let that feel good. Loosening up the whole shoulder girdle. And then if we want to do, stay here if you're happy, but if you want to do some strengthening, we're going to inhale, press the arms. Straight arms up to stand. Tricep curls. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lengthen. Press. Really good, everybody. Exhale, sink in. So our hips stay over our ankles the whole time. Inhale, press. Okay. So we're going to just heel toe our feet together. Keep pressing down. Let ourselves come to a straight arm position. Now the swing, we're going to come into some forward folds instead of our hip flexors. Not our belly. Belly doesn't like it. The hip flexors is where the legs insert into the pelvis. Lean forward a lot and then let yourself come down. Forward fold. Okay. In the forward fold, just sway it out a little bit from side to side. So what we want to do is consider the swing to be our best friend and our favorite assistant. So it's helping us lift our sit bones towards the sky, and that'll allow us to drape the upper torso down towards the ground, letting gravity do most of the work. So not a down dog yet, we're in a forward fold. Okay, so reach back, grab for your ankles, your feet are hip distance apart. They can be a little wider if you want, but if they're too narrow, you'll lose your balance a little bit. So either pull your heart towards your knees or tuck your chin into your chest and round just slightly. Head coming down towards the ground, nose towards the knees. Either way, depends on your normal yoga practice. So just bop back and forth from the toes to the heels, just rocking a little bit. Let the swing completely support you, so you're really leaning forward into it. Very good. Now we're going to bend the elbows, walk your feet back slightly so we can come into a folded leaf. So in this pose, the feet come up off the ground. Folded leaf is borrowed from the acro community. So we're basically going to let ourselves just float. So feet are no higher than the hips. So if they can be about a foot off the ground, that would be ideal. Sometimes people bring their feet too high and then the swing will slide out. We'll lose that anchor point at the hip flexors. So just rock back and forth and let that massage out any tension that's hanging out in that very tender place. So we tend to have a lot of tension in our hip flexors, and this will help massage and release any connective tissue that might be sticky. So our head is relaxed. Even though we're on our forearms, our shoulders are relaxed. And just enjoy that sensation of floating. This is one of our first floating poses. Right? Very nice. So what we're going to do here is let ourselves land. So feet come back down, arms lengthen. Straight arms, press your hands strongly into the ground to create that foundation. And now we're coming into a version of down dog. Again, with your favorite assistant, lifting your hips up, letting your sit bones rise towards the sky as you drive your heels down to lengthen through the hamstrings and calves. Obviously your heels might not touch here, but that's totally okay. Just energetically create the connection. Beautiful, guys. So just let that feel good, but also add a little swagger. So you have a lot more play and a lot more exploration in your down dog than normal. So just enjoy that side to side, front and back, round and round. Whatever you want to do to create a new relationship to your dog. Just give yourself a few minutes to play. Really good. Now when you feel ready, come back to center. We're going to move into the cat's meow sequence. It's like a down dog and a cow got together. So we're going to inhale, right leg lifts up for the sky. Look up and arch. You come onto your fingertips, lengthen through the belly. So exhale, pull that right knee in towards the chest and round. Inhale, right leg lifts, same side, with right leg the whole time. Exhale, squeeze, use your core. Inhale, lift and lengthen, let it go good. Exhale, round it. One more time, inhale, lift up. Exhale. Really good. Sway it out for a breath. Just let it go. All right, inhale, left leg lifts up. Arch and open, look up. Yep, exhale, squeeze, round in. So it's not just a down dog with a leg lift, it's a cat's meow. So it's like a cat-cow, right?
It's the cow portion of the cat.
Right, it's the cow portion of the cat. We've seen those on TV. Totally makes sense. Inhale, and then exhale, round. Inhaling, lift. Exhale, one last time, squeeze. And then we're just gonna lift, arch, and open. So lengthen through the belly here. And then what we're gonna do is just let that foot gently land, rock it from side to side, take your time. Pull yourself forward into plank arms. Lift your legs up like in folded leaf. No higher than your hips. Now notice if you pull forward strongly, you have to kind of work and engage. When you press back, it's kind of relaxed, right? We're going to find somewhere in between. We're going to bring right elbow, right, well, let's try bringing the knee to the elbow on the right side. Shift back, left knee to left elbow, and just play bouncing from side to side. Knee to elbow. See how that feels. And you can notice if you try to stick the knee to elbow when you hold it at the top, it gets really challenging and hard. Or you can just rock and have some fun. Make it really easy on yourself. So just find your sweet spot for today. Never practice, it's totally fine. And then if you want to try the broadly, it's like a crow pose, so you can bring both knees forward and hold, and then let yourself swing back. So a little bit of playtime there. Just explore, experience what it's like to do two different variations. Hold. And then let's actually just add a little bit in. Again, we're reviewing our basic training, but we're going to do it with straight legs. We're going to look and watch our toes come from the right side back to the left side. So try straight legs instead of bending. It's kind of fun. Arms are straight the whole time. So lift your legs up just a little bit higher. Try it.
Oh, I know. And then I just, my hip flexors are too much pain.
Oh, I got it. I know what's happening. Yeah, that looks really good, Amber. Awesome. So from here, why don't we just visit our upside down dog. So from our plank pose, we hook our feet outside in. Okay? Yeah. Keep the knees bent a lot towards the ground. Huh?
I was just saying, good, Nino.
Yeah. So you don't even know that you're being a superstar. We're like, oh, this isn't that well. Usually it takes a lot of coaxing to do that one. So we're going to pull ourselves forward. We're in handstand arms. And then we're going to exhale and press our heart down towards the ground. Straight arm still. Upside down dog. Inhale, pull forward. Handstand. Exhale, press back. Inhale, pull. Very nice. Exhale, press. One more time. Inhale, pull. Stay here. Now you can practice doing some version of chaturanga. You can just bend the elbows slightly towards one another, like they're grazing the sides of the ribs. You can try some push-ups so elbows go out a little wider. Or you can try the handstand push-up, so walk them a little more underneath your shoulders, and then try to press yourself straight up. So Since your arms are feeling a little noodly, take it easy. You can make them as easy or as hard as you want, depending on your hand position. But just notice it allows you to have the balance and the strength without the strain, wherever you are with it. And then we're all gonna bend our elbows, come onto your forearms, find yourself in a supported headstand. Oh, it's so nice. So just take a break here. This is our relaxation pose. But notice how nice it is to hang out in a headstand where there's absolutely no pressure on the neck and shoulders, right? The head's touching the ground, but not a lot of weight. The more you press your forearms in, the less strain there is on the top of the head. Now from here, keep your upper body as it is. You can just start bending your knees towards your chest and then straighten your legs down towards the ground. They don't have to touch, they can still float. But now you can notice there's even less pressure on the top of the head, right? So try that. Just hang out there. And then when you're ready, straighten the arms. Come back through our plank into a down dog. Walk your feet forward. One more forward fold. I know it's intense on the hip flexors. Just bear with us. We're going to hold on to our ankles. Shake out our head. Use your hands to come all the way forward. So keep tension on the swing. Keep walking forward. Bring your hands forward. Yeah, and then walk up. So tension on the swing the whole time, and then flat back. Hold on to the swing at the top. You got it. And look, you just clear your head. Oh, yeah, no idea how close that was. Exciting. Right. So that's our forward fold sequence. Doing good so far? All right, cool. So I usually mix it up and take a break. So we'll do some work with it underneath your arms, and do some work with the hips, and then under the arms, and we'll keep switching back and forth. So let's get back into the swing here. Feel free at any time to take a bathroom break, a water break, whatever you need. Usually that's the position that signifies our bladder, indicates our bladder needs to be empty. So that's okay. Let's take a break. We'll walk the knees out wide, come back to our sumo squat. Get that shoulder engagement. Walk your feet forward a little bit more for me. There you go. Just rocking forward and back. That's real good. So the hip flexors get a break. So we're going to keep the swing around the arms. There's a tendency to want to take the arm out. This is our hook. So always wrap the arms around the outside. Grab for the leg with both hands and get that puppy underneath the ankle. Great. Second side, let yourself float. Good. All right, floating through that. So start happiness and enlightenment lips. This is it. Over time. All right, so this is our wide straddle T. Very good. Shoulders are engaged, that looks excellent. Hips are dropped, legs are extended. And then we just allow ourselves to sink back. First pose is called starfish. You can either keep your arms wide and relaxed with your hands open in the gesture of receptivity. And just let your heart fill. If at any point your neck is getting super tired of that, just go into chillaxing arms where you can let your elbows flare out wide. Heart still sinks up, reaches up, head sinks back. Beautiful. Come back to sitting. With the straight legs, we're just going to come into windshield wipers. To come into windshield wipers, you push one foot down and then the other foot down. So we have plenty of space, so feel free to get a little buck wild with it. Now, if you do come into bumper cars with your neighbors, just apologize in advance, but otherwise we all have plenty of space to really play. So see if you can really use the momentum to get a good sway going. Whee. So you're just going for it. Or, yeah, or be super chill about it. Wherever you are today, it's 100% fun. Just notice that you can really have a lot of dynamic movement, or you can just be very therapeutic and restorative. Same poses, just like in yoga. You just do a little bit different variations. Is that fun? Awesome. Okay. So here from the wide straddle T, keeping our arms wrapped around the swing, just bend the right knee in. Both hands grab for the leg loop. Let's come into a floating pigeon and pull that foot towards the chest. Drop your hips a lot, yeah, so it's your chest instead of like this, right? So we can get the outer hip. The more we drop, the deeper